Greetings, fellow Earthlings. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of And Another Thing with Dave. I want to thank all of our listeners from all over the world. Please do subscribe and share if you're not already. All right, let's get into it.
Sitting back, relaxing, watching the Tell Live Vision,
Nice.
The
The Tell Live Vision. Oh, I've never heard that one. That's brilliant, dude. Because isn't that what it is?
Yep, the Tell Live
Yeah.
Vision. Tell you a motherfucking lie.
That's it. Yeah. Beautiful day here, Northern California. Sunny. I got outside a little bit, got some sun, so feeling pretty good.
Oh, okay.
Got out, took care of my head, Exactly.
You been on here some today?
Not today, no.
Oh wow. So I'm your first customer, huh?
Yes, sir.
Actually, you're my first customer too. I haven't been on here taking care of some things and catching up on some things. But yep, you're my first customer for the day too.
Yeah, I just kind of been hitting it a little hard and maybe overdoing it, I got burned out and I got a little bit depressed even, so kind of had to pull back and what am I doing? My laundry's piling up, this and that. I'm not, found myself not taking care of business, not doing the things I need to do, and was just kind of getting addicted to this stereo thing, connecting with people. But gotta remember to everything in moderation, and gotta remember to keep that balance, right?
Right. I sent out a few videos earlier. I didn't know if you received them. I just sent out a few videos to a couple people of some important stuff. So,
Oh, very cool. On IG.
Instagram. Yep.
Cool. I'll check it out. I haven't seen them yet today, but I will keep my eyes open for those for sure.
Okay, cool.
Excited to see them. Because if you send them, it's got to be something that I'm interested in, I bet. Yep.
Yeah, it's been real crazy.
Yeah, what a world we're living in right now, huh?
Right. You want to take that one message?
Let's do it. Let me just, I was just posting our show to Instagram real quick. Give me just 2 seconds.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
okay,
that's
beautiful. I got it. I'm back. Yeah, I just want to try to get some people here. Let the people know we're in the house, right?
Right.
All right, let me pop this first bubble here.
Hey, another thing. I followed you on YouTube. I followed you on Instagram. I followed you on here. You're amazing, dude. You keep on doing it, please.
Wow. Magnet One. Wow. CJ Carl. I start doubting myself, man. I was getting a little depressed. I'm starting to doubt myself. Like, am I delusional? No, man. It's been my life dream to have a radio show, and I got one now, man. I might not be getting paid for it, but I got one. So
right.
I got to look at the positive, man, and stay positive. And oh my God, Magnet One, dude, thank you so much. That's, I'm grateful beyond words. Thank you so much. Because if I'm just talking to myself, then nothing's happening, So, man, yeah, it's humbling, to hear comments like that. And Jerry, you're an inspiration, man, because you have conversations about all kinds of stuff, and you're bringing people together that wouldn't be coming together to talk about things that people wouldn't be talking about, right? To have these difficult conversations. And I think it's so important, to be able to have these conversations in a constructive way and in a safe place, so props to you, Jerry, for providing the outlet that is the J. Carl Talk Show, for people to, voice their opinions, to seek a little advice on mental health, or maybe even just to speak their mind, because a lot of times that's all you need. For me, all I can speak on is my experience, right? But a lot of times all I need is to speak my mind to get a better idea of, you know what I mean? Like when you say something out loud, you can look at it in a different way, right? So that's the whole premise of therapy.
Right.
So on a certain level, you know, you're providing free therapy to people, man.
Right. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I'll be trying, you know. I do
No,
my
I
best
see
that
you,
I
bro.
can, you know.
Yeah.
So
And I don't see you trying. I see you doing, you know?
yeah, you know, we always say try first, you know.
Yeah, and no, exactly. And you're a humble dude, so I like that. That makes it that much more appealing, right? Because as soon as you start
Right.
hearing somebody talking about how they're all this or all that, well, you know, then I got a short attention span.
Right. But you can't get discouraged too at the same
That's it.
time.
That's it.
Can't get discouraged.
Right. Because if we don't stay positive, we can't stay motivated, and if we don't stay motivated, then we're not gonna keep doing whatever it is that we want to be doing. Yeah. And it's easy for me to say that, but I'm easily discouraged. So yeah, so I got to constantly pull back and remind myself of, you know, I'm still trying to, you know, I'm still, you know, trying to figure out my course right here. You know, I'm just one day at a time, though. You know, figure it out. I'm not stressing on it. Got a little bit of sunshine. Got my head right today, so you know, everything's good.
Right.
You got your hands free? You want to hit that next bubble, or should I?
I'm still sharing this over here on Instagram.
Okay, no worries. Let's pop these next couple bubbles here, and then I kind of got a paragraph like we could give as an introduction to kind of like, you know, if people aren't familiar with chemtrails or geoengineering or whatever, we could talk about that a little bit. But let's hear what the people got to say real quick.
You have the greatest voices that I can do some of them, but not all of them. Thank you so much for keep on doing your voices. You're great at it. You're an amazing person. Please keep on doing it.
Thank you, man. Kayam J. Mincy and I did a show yesterday, just kind of doing silly voices, and so I think that's what he's referring to.
Oh, okay.
But it was, you know, just having fun and blowing off steam, not talking about anything serious, just kind of, you know, being silly and just trying to make people smile, you know, and it was a lot of fun. So I laughed, if nothing else. All right, I'm gonna hit this next one here.
Or he goes ahead and he loans me out to another person for a show, and then I go, what the hell just happened, when I had no say in it, but it's all good. Anyway,
Wait, what just
I'm
happened?
alive. I had a rough day. I had to take some time to myself, sleep a lot. I'm still feeling a little hazy, but I'm here. So yeah, Jerry. Next time, let's see if I want to collaborate. I'm kidding. It's okay. You can go ahead and loan me out anytime as long as it's something I know about. But then again, I know mostly about a lot of things, even doing research online with you or with somebody else. So I guess it doesn't matter. Oh, well, I'm screwed.
Oh, that was funny.
She's okay. Appreciate you being here with us, May the Poet. It's okay.
Yeah. Appreciate you, May. How you doing psychologically? You hanging in there? She's kind of going through it a little bit right now. Don't want to talk about anybody's personal business, but just leave it at that.
Well,
I done the Chewbacca.
Oh shoot!
You
I'm sorry.
complimented it on how really good my Chewbacca was. So thank you so much.
Oh shoot! That's right. He's the guy that I gotta write.
Yeah.
I gotta write that down. He did the best Chewbacca that I have ever heard. He
Right.
Oh my, like I thought I kind of did a decent one, but oh my god, like his was like the movie. Like you close your eyes and you see the movie. Like wow. And he got that, man. Yeah, he got these numerous little subtle overtones to it that, man. Yeah, I'm making a note because yeah. Oh, Magnet 1, yeah. That was great. Do your Chewbacca for J. Carl, if you would. I bet he would appreciate it. But cool, I'll go ahead and just read a little paragraph here about climate engineering. Climate engineering or climate intervention commonly referred to as geoengineering, is the deliberate and large-scale intervention in the Earth's climate system. The most prominent subcategories of climate engineering are solar radiation management and carbon dioxide removal. So solar radiation management is a way of saying heat from the sun. And one of the main ways they do this is by dropping these spraying, I'm sure people have seen them, these, it's not a contrail. A contrail is the normal thing you see behind a plane that evaporates, it like five inches behind the plane in the sky. The contrail, the normal one, is already evaporating. Sometimes they get ice particles, then it takes longer to evaporate, but they still do. They disappear. Chemtrails. Chemtrails are made up of, nanoparticles of aluminum, barium, strontium, all these different metals and stuff, right? And so the concept is that they're reflecting the sun back out to space from the planet, so helping to keep the planet cooler. The problem is that these particles then fall to the earth, and aluminum is flammable. So that brought us to the conversation of, did that have an effect on these crazy out of control wildfires in California and all over the West Coast, actually. This last summer, it was crazy. We had, I think, 100 fires going in California at the same time. Then Oregon had a bunch, Washington State, Idaho, Colorado.
I heard people was using jetpacks, flying out of there lighting fire using jetpacks.
Wow. Well, I wouldn't doubt it. And then once the fires started, they busted a couple arsons up in Oregon. So, when stuff like that starts happening, then you get these crazy people that are like, ooh, now's an opportunity to go wreak havoc, right? Who knows how much of the fires were originally caused by that, or if those were just like the kind of the copycat thing, that once somebody sees something, then they go out and copycat it. I don't pretend to know. But what I do know is, I've been evacuated 4 times due to wildfires in the last 5 years. And I can't even explain how stressful it is. One time the fire was 4 blocks from my place. So 3 a.m, my neighbor comes bam, 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 bam on the door. I'd had a little bit to drink the night before. So to be 100% honest, I rolled back over and was like, oh man, they'll go away. They kept knocking and I'm like, oh man, finally I get up, go to the door. They're like, you gotta go. And then they ran away. And I look at the sky and it was like the apocalypse, like the end of the world. The sky was all orange, dark red and orange from ear to ear, 180 degrees. Like, oh my God, wow. It's like the end of the world. So I loaded everything I owned in my car, including my beautiful little cat. She was 20 years old at the time, and was driving towards my brother's house, where I could go stay. And there's this overpass where I had a perfect view of everything. And it was like the end of the world, man. The Kmart was burning down. The McDonald's was on fire. There was a Hyatt hotel on fire and burning down, and their restaurant was already completely gone and destroyed. There was a mobile home park, 2 mobile home parks completely engulfed in flames. The whole hillside was on fire. And when you look down the freeway in both directions, all the wooden posts were on fire all the way as far as you could see. It was the most surreal thing. And there was a gun store that was on fire right where I was. And you could hear all the ammunition going off. Boom, 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 boom. Every different size shell you could imagine. Shotgun shells to 22s and everything in between. It was the craziest thing. The news vans were right there from every different news station because it was a concrete overpass. So it was like the one safe place to be where nothing could burn. Oh my God. So Yeah, so I get all tense and kind of anxious just even telling the story because, it was intense. And if it would have, hopped across the one block right there, the fire department was making a stand at that gun store. But if it would have hopped across the street right there, then I would have lost my place to live and everything. So, so this topic is personal to me, we know that the power company was complicit in the fires here. PG&E, Pacific Gas and Electric, they got a monopoly on the power here, and it's their responsibility to trim tree branches away from power lines. And they straight up admit that for the last 10 years, they had been neglecting that because, well, it rained so much, so everything grew. And then, well, we had a drought, so everything dried up. Well, that doesn't matter. That's the weather. It's your job to be always trimming those tree branches 24/7, every single day, 365. Doesn't matter about the weather, right? So I call bullshit. PG&E then lobbied to the local government, to the California Public Utilities Commission, and probably bribed them. And this is the most corrupt, horrible thing that's happened in California in my lifetime. PG&E was able to raise their rates to recover what they got fined from the customers. So they got fined for causing the fires. Now they're charging people 25, 50% more to get that money back. Like, what?
Oh.
It's criminal, man. This one woman told me that her house burned down. Now she's in her new house, and her bill is $450 a month. Like, what? That should be criminal. The management of PG&E should be in jail, but nobody went to jail. Right. Not a single one.
Wow.
Right? So it's a mind blow. And my mom lives in the same town here. She's 83 years old. She's been evacuated 4 times. How much stress is that on her? Every single time, yeah. Mom, I'll be. The first time it was like every person for themselves because it was real. But the next 3 times I've been like, all right, Mom, I'm on the way, coming to get you. And she's there with like 2 bags and her laptop and her iPad. And like, okay, these are the things that I absolutely need. Everything else can burn. And unless you've lived through something like that, man, it's hard to relay the level of anxiety that brings on, right? Like every time there's like a high wind warning now, we get these alerts, right? It's called a Nixle alert. So you get it on your phone. Every time there's a high wind alert, it's like, oh, fuck, here we go again.
Wow.
It's intense.
Yeah, very intense.
Yeah. Like my palms are all sweating just talking about this, Jerry. Like, no joke. Like, whew, I got to take a deep breath and like move my shoulders around, right? Like, this is like, whew. I kind of just brought up trauma again, It was a very, very traumatic experience. But anyway, enough about me. Let's hear what these people got to say, huh? Do you want me to pop a bubble? You got your hands free? You want me to pop it or?
Go ahead, run them.
Okay. Isn't that awesome?
Awesome. Yeah,
Isn't that
I like
great?
that.
Oh my God. Best one I've ever heard.
Me? A psychotic? Is that what you said? Another thing? Psychotic? Oh, wait, psychologically, sorry, my ears aren't working right. Yeah, I'm a little psychotic and a little psychologically disattached today. I'm pissed off at my doctor's office in Las Vegas. Some smart-ass male nurse called me, and Sebastian was sitting here with me, and he's a medical lawyer. He has some experience in that. But anyway, he was like, he didn't believe I was in Albany. He was like, you have to get the paperwork and the test stuff. And I'm like, I can't. They have a really strict policy here where the doctor can basically request it, and all I have to do is, give out information, which I did just in case this was going to happen, and I walk away from it. And Sebastian told him to go fuck himself if he didn't believe it, and if that was going to be a problem, then he was going to go and show him what the legal arm was going to be like.
Wow.
Bada boom. You know? You don't make the rules, you just play the game that the people play with you, right? So there it is.
Right.
You want to play the legal game? Okay, let's do it.
Right.
But sorry you're going through that. That sounds stressful.
Wait, firestorms? Are you talking like, so snowstorms is when like it's heavy amounts of snow that just hit the ground left and right, and it's just going everywhere. It's just wild. So firestorms, are those even a real thing?
You're gonna have to talk in your microphone a little bit more. It sound like you in the kitchen talking to us, bro. We didn't hear words you said. All we heard was firestorm.
Yeah, I heard him a little bit.
In Seattle, Washington, preferably fast food.
Something about fast
So
food.
Sebastian just muttered that, yeah, he knows something a little bit of what you're talking about. And he said that there has been, in 2020, over 2 million acres of trees and stuff has burned in California. So either there is something to it where we've got a lot of pyromaniacs dropping matches, he said, which is really messed up, and Smokey the Bear is running around like crazy to put them all out, or he can't control them, or it's definitely something in the weather. That's way too much wildlife sacrifices. That's way too much humanity with houses and businesses and people's lives to be toying with, and it is quite concerning to him. He's horsey, or else he would talk for himself. So he's writing this down and scribbling stuff down on paper for me. So that's his 2 cents.
Yeah, and so that one guy that we were having trouble hearing, I was pushing my speaker to my ear so I could hear what he was saying. He was saying firestorms. Is that even a real thing? I've heard of snowstorms, but yeah, dude. So, and this is part of climate change, part of global warming, is that now on the West Coast, and man, I can't believe you didn't hear this, but yeah, last summer, the whole West Coast was on fire. Not just California, but there were 100 fires in California, Oregon, Washington, Idaho, Montana, Colorado. All these states were on fire at the same time. San Francisco had worse air quality than China because of the fires that were going on where I live. And the air was getting blown down there. So horrible, horrible, horrible situation. We had the worst air quality in the world right here in Northern California, right where I live. So unbelievable situation. So it is a real thing. And the night I was talking about, when I had to evacuate, the fire was the wind was blowing 70 miles an hour. So it was blowing sparks, and the fire was moving at 30 miles an hour. Try to comprehend that. Going from house to house at 30 miles an hour, racing through whole neighborhoods and leaving whole neighborhoods. Ended up looking like Hiroshima with nothing left, just all flat to the ground. Cars melting. Unbelievable. Like not even chimneys were left standing. You know?
Oh, yeah, I think the fires in California were largely caused by...
You gotta turn up your volume, buddy. Can't hear you, man. You gotta turn up your volume, bro.
I don't know what you guys are going through because I never experienced wildfires or earthquakes or anything like that. So I don't know what you guys are going through.
Oh, shit. Magnet 1. I also lived through the 1989 earthquake in San Francisco. That's a whole nother talk, though, J. Carl.
I ain't never been in no earthquake, so I don't know. No tornadoes, just bad thunderstorms, and not no major flooding. You know, nothing like that. You know, when it comes to the
flooding too,
where I need a boat, or something, just on the road. You know, the roads is usually flooded. That's it. Yep. Nothing major for me.
Yeah. Man, I've been through floods, firestorms, and earthquakes. But you know what really scares me is tornadoes. Some people might think I'm crazy, but an earthquake is just kind of like a fun roller coaster ride 90% of the time. You know, it just scares the shit out of you, but it's just a good adrenaline rush, but it usually doesn't mess up that much stuff.
Right.
Yeah. I'll hit another bubble, huh?
Yep.
I'm pretty sure that I do more deeper voices, but I have a question for you. Do you have like PTSD because of the wildfires?
Oh yeah, hardcore. Like I was telling Jay Carl just a minute ago, there's this thing called a Nixle alert, and the sheriff's department sends it out on. It's like a emergency alert via telephone, via your cell phone. So you get this, your cell phone starts vibrating, boop, 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 and it's like warning, warning. You know, fire, high risk alert, high winds from midnight tonight through Wednesday. So every time that happens, you're just like, oh, fuck, right? And it just brings it all right back again. Oh, totally. I mean, this has cost me a bunch of money in therapy, and like, you know, I probably punished my liver because of it, you know? You know, doing self-care that way, self-medication. But yeah, no, it's real talk. And it's an every year thing. Like, oh shit, as we're getting into springtime right now, I'm starting to get nervous because it's every year for the last 5 years, within 60 miles of me has been an out of control fire where they're sending fire departments from Australia to fight it. Right. So, and out of control, like they're like, oh, it's 99% uncontained, like we've got it 2% contained, and they're all excited about that. And that what that means is it's totally out of control, but they don't want to tell you that, right? So they use that language of it's 2% contained, 6% contained. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy the amount of damage that's been done here. Just in my town alone, we lost 5,000 houses. You know, billions of dollars worth of damage. Whole wineries were wiped out, you know, it just unbelievable. As a matter of fact, I live in the wine country. So that whole year, that crop of wine was crap because of all the smoke for the whole region, and weed too, you know, because this is the wine and the weed region, you know, Northern California, man, we're growing the weed for the world right here. The best weed in the world right here. And it was hardcore. You know, whole weed farms, people had just opened up a legal weed farm, put their whole money into it and everything, lost everything. It was brutal, man. I mean, whew. Yeah, I can't even relate the scale that we're talking about, but in the back of my mind, I'm thinking I can't live here much longer because I can't continue to go through this every year. And God forbid one day I'm able to buy a house. If that shit got burned down, I would be one of those motherfuckers on his roof with a hose going, fuck no, I'm not leaving. Not leaving. You know, if it was my house, oh man. So
go ahead, run those.
I'm going to run them.
Do you think it's okay that the politicians are not doing anything about it? That the climate change, they're just saying, oh, whatever, it'll happen on its own? Do you think that's acceptable? I don't think it's acceptable because of, well, it's home to us, so they need to man up.
Yeah, Magnet One, I totally agree. I think it's totally unacceptable. As a matter of fact, there's a movement to recall the governor of California right now, and even more so, the California Public Utilities Commission, they're totally in bed with PG&E, and they need to all be removed. Absolutely, they're criminal. So I want to give a shout out to the people that are listening real quick before I run through the next messages. We got AJ89, Mr. Pop, Magnet One, of course, Tessa B, Live History Chat, Phil Tato, Gold Blooded, MS Bunny, May the Poet, Black Panther 24, got my fist in the air, yeah. Vader 66, New Emperor, The Emperor Wears No Clothes, Doc to You, Strength Talk, Joe Falco, Josh Jew Jones, Element Drift, Jaw Therapist. Thank you all for being here, man. You guys could be anywhere, but you chose to hang out with us for a little minute. Lasky Giggles, Dig Yorkie, Brother Dan, Toronto Tony, Cello, Absurd Diplomat. Thank you, people. Folks, clap it up. It'll trigger the algorithm to let people know that you're enjoying our conversation here. It'll draw more people to the conversation, and then we'll get more people make a more dynamic conversation. I saw somebody just shared the talk. Thank you so much. That's huge as well. Please do that as well. Please clap it up. Follow Jay Carl if you're not following him already. Please drop a follow on me. Please share. Please clap. And I'm going to run through these messages.
Many different fish flying through the sky. You know why? I don't know why either. But sometimes fish just evolve and gills no longer become a requirement. So they start to eat air, and that's what they use to survive. Thank you for listening, and...
Now, tornado, on the other hand, I've only experienced one, but it was like 20 miles away. I'm from Ohio. We don't get earthquakes. We don't get wildfires. Well, wildfires, not yet. But earthquakes, no.
Well, the only reason you don't get wildfires in Ohio is because, unfortunately, we cut all the trees down there, right?
Right.
Make that farmland. Here's a mind-blowing fact for you. My brother-in-law taught me this. Before the white man totally trashed this country, from the Mississippi River all the way to the East Coast was like a squirrel could hop from tree to tree the entire way. It was dense forest the entire way from the Mississippi all the way to the East Coast. Isn't that a mind blow? So if it was still like that, you could have wildfires there too, but still a little more natural here because our quote unquote civilization or whatever started on the East Coast and then came this way. Anyway, next message.
I've done the aftershock with earthquakes, though, from California and Las Vegas in my house, and literally sat out by the pool getting raised and chilling, and the chair that I'm sitting in is moving. And I'm from New York, and I'm going, oh shit, and there's no cover at the swimming pool. And here I am with my towel and my bathing suit and my flip-flops going, what the hell was that?
Yeah, going, whoa. I didn't have that much to drink. Why are there waves in the swimming pool? Right? Oh, May the Poet just reminded me of something else. I actually I got to experience the tsunami, too, in Japan. I was living in Marin County, and it came in. It was about 6 inches tall, but it was really cute. I got a video of it coming through the bay. Through the San Francisco Bay. Tiny little 6-inch wave from the Japanese tsunami. It was a cute little tidal wave.
I went through a tornado. I know what it feels like, so yeah, scary.
Oh, I can't imagine. You see those shows, those guys, storm chasers, and they're out there chasing a tornado, and some of them have these vehicles that are super heavy so they can get real close. Those guys are crazy. I could never do that, man. You out your damn mind just to try to get some footage, for a YouTube channel or something. Oh, my God.
Run it.
And when I was talking about the 20 miles away, that was a F5 tornado.
Oh,
that was
my God.
10 years ago. And there was a tornado last year, I think. It was on an F1, so yeah.
Wow, that's intense.
Last year I went through a windstorm. That shit was powerful.
That's wild.
A long time ago, I licked a chipmunk.
No, you gotta be more normal.
Did you hear the kid in the background? Dad, be more normal. That was great.
Right.
Dave, I feel so sorry for you and your family. I don't know what you're going through. I don't know what you experienced with the fires. I feel so bad for you. I hope your family is doing okay. please, please, just please be okay.
Yeah, we're all good, man. But you know, the weather. Anytime it gets hot, you start thinking in the back of your head, like, oh man, please nobody flick a cigarette, because that's all it takes. Some motherfucker to flick a cigarette out their window, and then, oh god, here we are again. You know, half of a city burned down or something. I mean, you guys, I think everybody heard of Paradise, right? That whole town that burned down and disappeared, right? So that's about 2 hours away. And then there's Middletown, which, same thing, the whole downtown burned down. That's an hour away. Then there's Napa. That's an hour away. Then there's Sonoma. That's an hour away. And then Santa Rosa, we had our own fires. And then Mendocino, that's 2 hours away. So, like, oh my God, yeah, we've been surrounded by fires every year for the last 5 years. It's been unreal.
Hey, David, why did you just move to Ohio? I mean, you don't have earthquakes. We're out of range from California. It's about 2,000, actually, no, about 3,000 miles away from California. So we don't get a lot of extreme, whether it's like wildfires or earthquakes. We never even got an earthquake. The only thing you have to worry about is here is extremely cold. It's fucking cold here. Excuse me for my language. But yeah, it's cold here.
Actually, we just had an earthquake here in Ohio recently, last year.
You know what I heard, Jerry? I heard that we're starting to get earthquakes in the middle of the country from fracking, because they're messing up. When you take the gas out from the rock, then the rock a lot of the time settles, right? So you reduce pressure that's holding everything in place. So now everything is discombobulated, right? So I've heard that there are, all of a sudden, we're having earthquakes where there really weren't any before.
Yep, we just had one here in Ohio, and we barely get that stuff. We barely get tornadoes and all that stuff.
Right, there you go.
Yep,
you know what's
Have you
funny
guys
that
ever heard of Nickfoot?
No.
Just remember, everyone, that at the end of the day, we are all just Nicki Minaj's sons.
Okay, Jerry, I'm going to make you laugh, but they don't get any of that there, like the fires and the earthquakes, but they get cornflakes with cocaine stopped in Cincinnati, right?
Wait, what?
Yeah, we was talking about that, yeah. Somebody laced some cornflakes with cocaine.
Man, where can I get some of those?
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
It's here in Cincinnati. It's here in
I'm
Ohio.
on my way. No, I'm kidding. Who the hell? That's crazy. Now that's got to be the government, right? Because I mean, I don't do drugs.
Could be the mob.
I don't do drugs. Yeah, exactly. But who's got the money to give that shit away, right? They're trying to get people hooked or something, right? But man, that's crazy. That's crazy. I don't doubt it. But man, that's some government shit, right? Like, get you hooked on sugar and a horrible food product by putting some cocaine in it without even knowing it. You're like, man, I got to go get some more Frosted Flakes.
Right. Well, they just had Coca-Cola. They had the cocaine in the Coca-Cola.
Oh yeah, that's how they started. It was like the world's first hangover remedy, right? So, and it had real ass coca leaves in it. And yeah, you wonder why you're feeling better. Oh, you got a little buzz on. Right?
Well, just like poppy seed dressing, it really got the poppy seeds in it.
Thank you. And you know what? I don't know if people know this. Poppy seeds, if you eat poppy seeds, you'll test positive for morphine or heroin use. Because one of my coworkers, he got turned down for a promotion, and this guy was as straight could be, right? Like total straight arrow frat boy. And here I am, like total pothead, and we're working together for Pepsi Cola doing temp work. And he was offered a promotion, but he got turned down because he tested positive for drug use. And he's like, no, man, he hired a lawyer and everything. Turned out it was poppy seed muffins.
Yep. It leaves traces of it. Yep, it
Opium.
does.
Exactly. That's pretty wild.
I'm sorry to say this, but we don't fucking get tsunamis either. I mean, we're too being inland to get them, but we're close to Lake Erie, so yeah.
Now you'll be surprised with them messing up the economy and everything. You'll be surprised what we start getting here now. I just told you we just had an earthquake last year. You better check it out. We ain't safe.
No, and I don't know. I don't know if you've heard about this, J. Carl, but these things that they're having on the Great Lakes, where they get ice and then a windstorm, and it pushes the ice, and it's been like smashing houses because all of a sudden the ice will be creeping out of the lake in a certain direction, and it's smashing houses and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. You know, and that
had
never happened before.
Let's run these messages because I got to talk at 8 too.
Okay. Do you want to alternate through them, or you want me to hit them? What do you want to do?
No, just run them.
Okay.
Fuck that. You ever been on a motherfucking ship when the tsunami happened, boy? Ooh, I was in the Navy. That shit crazy, boy.
Oh my God, dude, I would have shit my pants. I'm not.
I think the lack of rain causes the firestorms. That's actually what causes it. Like, the oxygen level in California just feeds fires.
Yeah, my theory is the lack of rain. Yes, that's the number one thing. When I was a kid, they did controlled burns, right? Where they would have controlled fires, so you didn't have this buildup of all the dead wood. They hadn't been doing that in 10, 15 years. And then, you know, who knows? These chemtrails with that microscopic aluminum particles, I'm not saying that's going to start the fires, but it would accelerate the burning, right? So who knows? It's a combination of all those different things, yeah.
Hey, what's going on, man? Good show, good topic. Yeah, man, I took a flight one time from, what we call Chicago, to Dallas. And I saw one of those goddamn little tiny small planes that be making the, chemtrails. Man, the fucking smoke is black as you can get. Lord have mercy, you know? And, you know, it's only the pilot. I didn't see anybody else. They were just passing us by pretty quickly, you know? And I don't know, man. I mean, it just seems like just total silence of everything. Every single media. You will never see a goddamn story about chemtrails. You know, they'll always tell you the shit is safe. The shit is safe. But no one ever actually bothered to even explain, like, what the fuck do we have? You know? So, it's just crazy, man. Insane.
Yeah, Black Panther 24, thank you. Everybody check out this documentary on chemtrails. What in the world are they spraying? You can see it on YouTube. It's free, and they go in depth. They you know, a bunch of scientists. They do soil analysis and everything. It goes way in depth on it.
I know this may sound insensitive, but I honestly don't give a fuck about anybody that chooses to live in a place where disasters happen. I'm from Ohio. I dealt with snow my whole life. I've been to 38 countries in all 50 states. I live in Arizona because we don't have any natural disasters. It's just super fucking hot. That's it.
Hey, Labrizzi, I feel you, bro, but, you know, I grew up here. I don't have a bunch of money or anything, so, you know, what am I supposed to do, man? I'm considering, like Magnet One said, why don't you move to Ohio? I'm actually considering moving anywhere, you know. I just helped my sister sell her house, so I'm going to, you know, I'm going to have a little bit of money in my pocket for the first time, second time ever in my life, really. I'm 53, so I want to buy something, and I sure as hell, it's going to be tough in California, so I'm thinking about that. But there's also the thing of, like, I grew up here. Like, you know, we didn't have disasters here when I was born. Now we have horrible disasters every year. So, like, is everybody just supposed to pick up and move? Some of us, it's financially tough, you know.
Fuck Ohio. If anybody ever tells you to move to Ohio, fuck off. Ohio's trash. As an Akron, Ohio native, fuck that.
Hey. Speak.
Yeah, Jay Carl's in Ohio.
Speak for your own little Ragley town, brother. Because where I live at, it's most definitely great. I am happy. I'm still alive. I got 6 grandchildren. I'm in Ohio. I'm not too far from where you see it. I'm probably about 45 minutes away from where you see it. I know about Bowling Green. I know about Fremont. I know about all that. So
Yeah,
just speak for your part of Ohio that you stayed in because of
totally.
where you stayed at. We're good over here.
Right. Yeah, man. Exactly. And you know what I've been, my experience, I haven't been a whole lot of places around the world, but I've been all around this country. And I've found cool people in every state. There's little pockets of cool people. If you're cool people, you will find your people, right? Because they're
Hmm.
everywhere. It's just there aren't as many of them in some places as there might be some other places, but they're there, you know?
Hmm.
I'm talking to one of them right here.
Where,
Right.
where, which town are you from?
Santa Rosa. Santa Rosa in Sonoma County. It's about an hour and a half north of San Francisco. Yeah, I lived in San Francisco for about 20 years, but I've been here for a little over 5.
I'm from Dover. It's a while from you. I'm Northeast Ohio.
I was hearing some shit about Ohio that because like a lot of industry is left, that you could buy a house there like for like 20,000-30,000 bucks. Like, man, that's not even a down payment here. So I'm
Right.
all ears when it comes to numbers like
Yeah.
that. Oh my God.
Why he talk about fuck Ohio? I only pay $50 for a 2-bedroom apartment. So I don't know
What?
what complicate. Yep, that's
Dude,
what
I
I'm
pay
laying in right now. I'm laying in a big
Jerry,
ass king size bed, looking at a big ass TV. 50
Jerry, I
bucks a
pay
month. That's right.
$1,050 for a bedroom with 2 roommates. Like I got my own
Shit.
bedroom with my own bathroom, but we got a 3-bedroom condo with 3 dudes, and I
The,
pay
the only
$1,050.
the only roommates I got is the birds flying outside the house making a nest into the damn vent that's outside of the house. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Them the only roommates I got.
Yeah,
Two
that's some pretty
bedroom
peaceful
apartment
roommates.
in here, loving it by myself. You know, my other
See?
bedroom I use as my green screen room, and I
Oh,
got a
sick.
big old green screen that I use. I haven't did nothing really particularly too much with the green screen yet. I'm just waiting. It's so much going on trying to get
Yeah,
advanced over here and staying up
I
with
feel you.
Instagram, staying up with YouTube and my podcast. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's
Oh
like
my
too
God.
much.
I feel
It
you.
ain't enough for
I
me.
feel you.
It ain't enough for me to be in all these spots. So, I
Right.
just been really working towards getting advancement over here, which,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just keep working. It's gonna happen,
But I would love to,
eventually.
yeah, maybe offline or something, or we could even do a talk on it. I would love to talk with you about that though, because I want to get a little green screen set up myself, and I studied audio engineering, so I might be able to help you with, and if you, unless you already got your audio set up, but if you have any questions about that, I might be able to answer some stuff.
Oh, yeah, we'll talk about, we'll talk about it. The
Cool.
audio part, I just usually just go ahead and like if I gotta do something with one angle, I take my camcorder because I got a camcorder tripod, and then I got my phone and another phone. So
Perfect.
I'm learning different ways to do different things, and the
Yeah.
audio. Um, if I need something, pertaining to that, I most definitely will hit you up.
Yeah. Sweet. Yeah, I'm just getting with the 2 phone thing. Just got a new phone, and they let me keep my old one, so now I got 2 phones. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'll be able to be on a phone call or on a show, and then be able to video it with the other phone.
Yep, and that's how you do it. And that's how you do it. That's where you get your sound and everything. Like, a lot of people ask me, how do I record my whole shows?
Right.
You can't record your whole show. You can only record 30 seconds of it. But me, I can take from my screen recorder, I can record the whole conversation if I have
Yeah, that's
room.
awesome.
And then
Right.
what I do is just take my other phone, lay it down, and then push voice recording. So then I transfer the voice recording over to there from there, link it up, sync it up with everything, and it seems like I'm just regularly talking through my avatar.
Oh, that's so cool.
Cause see, that's what I did on Monkey. I did some pranks on the Monkey app. That's another social media app where you can and I got a couple videos where, you know, I took took the voice off a recording from one spot to make my voice come out through the Monkey app because they don't let you record.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Go ahead. Let's
Always
run
a way
these
around it,
two.
though.
I got a couple.
Let's do it.
I got a
No,
couple minutes
actually,
left.
Dave, what it is that it was a box that was in a supermarket somewhere. It was supposed to go to Hong Kong. A dog sniffing drug dog found it in Cincinnati, Ohio. It had a $25 million value and a little over $2 million street value. Worthwhile.
Oh,
See,
shit.
Jerry, I remember these things when I read stuff like this. Thanks a lot. Appreciate that. We won't go into the croquet balls and the other situation, but give or take, yeah. So that's basically the story. It was supposed to go to Hong Kong, and it was intercepted through Cincinnati. Only one box of it was found and basically confiscated, and after, I guess, looking at the content of the box, $25 million worth of it in it, plus a $2 million street value. Woo-wee!
Yeah, there's some serious players.
Hey, I just saw something online. They said that there was an earthquake on the 24th of February in Baja and in Mexico, and it looks like a 3.0 earthquake. It just popped up online. I was just looking for something on Arizona to see if there was anything there. I believe there were some aftershocks there because my roommate Scott's from there, the poker player, and I believe there was one there a few months back, but I'm not positively sure. I'd have to ask him because his mom still lives out there. But anyway, yeah, so it looks like there was one on the 24th, a 3.0 earthquake that went from Baja to Mexico.
Oh yeah, if you go onto the USGS website, it's amazing. Like, you know, they're happening more frequently in more places, and if you look, it's like, wow, it's pretty mind blowing. But hey, everybody, you know, Jerry's got to go in a minute here, but drop a follow on Jerry if you haven't already. Drop a follow on myself. We appreciate everybody for coming through. Definitely going to circle back around and do this again. I always love talking with Jerry. My pleasure,
Most
buddy.
definitely. Most definitely.
Yeah, man. And, you know, you got to go in like 5 minutes, or do you want to wrap it now, or what do you want to do, buddy?
Yeah. Yeah, we could just chop it up for this little bit till 8 o'clock come around. But yeah, make sure you guys are following us. And what's today? Thursday or Friday?
Yep. Today's Thursday, yeah.
Okay, we'll schedule that talk next week, same time. We can
Same
do it every
bad time.
Thursday. Yeah, I already told you every Thursday we can go ahead and just run that. So if you guys want to hear more from me and another thing, we will be back next Thursday. If push come to shove, we're not going to wait till next Thursday. We'll be back in the next couple of days. Okay?
That's it.
When stuff
And
is popping, stuff is hot, we're not waiting till next week. We're bringing it to the table.
That's it. And feel free to shoot us a DM on, you know, if you're not following us on social, do that too. And shoot us a DM if there's something you want us to cover. You know, if you got a specific topic you want J. Carl and I to chop it up on, you know, let us know. I'm all ears.
Oh, yeah, most definitely, most definitely. We appreciate you guys. Most definitely we do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I want to bring to the people what they want, right? You know?
Right.
And like you, I'm interested in whatever's going on, you know, whatever the people need to talk about. Sometimes I got some shit on my mind, like today, you know, I got a little personal, but most of the time I'm open to whatever is happening, you know what I mean? Because I've never been accused of not having an opinion.
Right. Well,
that's where I get my whole name.
You guys with. Go and look up The Real Baby Shark. The little song, do 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 do. There's a real baby shark. Go and look it up. Check it out.
Awesome.
This will be something. This will be something that you might not be able to go to sleep off of, but it's true. You know.
The Real Baby Shark.
Yep, The Real Baby Shark, man. Me and May was checking it out. Crazy, bro. It got eyeballs and it got a human face.
Oh my God.
Yeah, got a human face.
Wow. Yeah, don't look at that before bed, huh?
No, most definitely they better not. This might be May.
I was just getting over that,
know?
Jerry. You didn't have to bring it back up. Oh, man.
The real baby shark, the real baby shark, the real baby shark. Now it's in your stuck in your head.
It's horrifying. It's horrifying. Seriously, man. That thing is horrifying. Y'all gotta go look at it.
Oh, I'm gonna look it up here in a second.
Horrifying.
Oh man, what a world we're living in, people. But yeah, much love to everybody. I really enjoyed this once again, J. Carl. I always enjoy talking to you, man.
For sure.
You know, and like you were saying, you can find peace anywhere. Happiness and peace is an inside job, so it doesn't really matter where you're at. I mean, granted, I wouldn't want to be surrounded by a bunch of Trump people or something, but in any state, there's little pockets of coolness. So it ain't about the location; it's about what you're bringing to the table. I think, right? Like, be a cool person, and you're gonna draw. Cool people will be drawn to you that way, right? Like birds of a feather flock together, that kind of thing, right?
Right.
All right, last message.
And in the meantime, you have a very good night, Jerry. And remember, you can call me at 1-800-RENT-A-POET when you need one. Thank you for your business.
I got you. No problem.
1-800-FOR-POEM. 1-800-4-POEM. Call May the Poet 51 at 1-800-4. All right, one more message, and then we go.
Hey guys, I'm back.
Appreciate you, buddy. We're just wrapping it though. J. Carl's got another show here, so don't want to keep him. But much love to everybody that came on through. We'll be doing this again. Everybody stay positive, stay blessed, get out in the sunshine a little bit. I did today. It really helped my head. So much love, J. Carl. Much love, everybody.
Much love to you too.
Peace, brother.
Peace, my man. Later, y'all. Gotta go.
See you guys.
All right, thanks for tuning into another episode and Another Thing with Dave. Please follow, subscribe, and share. I'm on all social media and Another Thing with Dave. And keep seeking the truth.